Now, our next speaker is His Excellency Indra Darmawan, Deputy Minister for Investment Planning at the Ministry of Investment, BKPM in Indonesia. Welcome.
Mr. President, Mr. Executive Director, distinguished participants of this WAIPA 26 World Investment Conference 2022, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to you all. Thank you for having me in this wonderful occasion. I'm here to share Indonesia observation on some pressing issues that we are all currently facing in global investment within this uncertain global environment. I usually read the World Investment Report, but last week I read the Human Development Report, the recent one. I read the opening word of that report that says like this: we live in the world of worry. The ongoing COVID-19 pandemic with its unpredictable variant spin-off, war in Ukraine and elsewhere that create more human suffering, record-breaking temperatures, fires, flood, storm, sound the alarm of planetary catastrophes. Together, they are fueling a grim outlook, painting a picture of uncertain times and unsettled life. I don't know whether our World Investment Report paint a rosier picture than that. A rebound, a recovery, an increase in number of M&A, for example. But I think like James from UNCTAD also already stated that investment also have its own challenges and problems. Back to that Human Development Index. For the first time ever, the global HDI value declined for 2 years straight. Our global living quality is in decline, and many countries experience ongoing declines in their HDI scores last year. Such grim outlook is certainly not an exaggeration of the current global conditions. We know that uncertainty is not new, but its dimension is taking ominous new forms today. In the wake of COVID-19 pandemic, as economy reopens, we also witness real problem in the supply chain started to emerge. Geopolitics focuses on the shifting balance and rising tensions among nations. Trade and investment map reflect far-reaching alteration in global supply and flow of commodities. This problem forced businesses to reconsider their strategies and diversify their production centers. Many are going back to the old wisdom of do not put all eggs in one basket, while others consider other forms for the sake of survival. Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, at the center of it is the geopolitics. The recent survey from McKinsey stated that geopolitics is ranking number 1 in what most business people have in mind, followed by inflation, global value chains, and then the COVID-19. Understanding what business people think is in the interest of any investment promotion agencies like us. We need to understand what is currently going on around us and why it has influenced our behavior. I mean, so much is unfamiliar about the current situation brought about by the pandemic that it hasn't been easy making sense of what is going on. Uncertainties linger everywhere. The Economist magazines once suggest that in 2020's era, we must welcome the era of predictable unpredictability. Such a confusing word. We are living in a world that is in danger of becoming more divided and polarized by the day. This is a world which has a sharper sense of us and them. The pandemic could have been used to intensify global cooperation. Surprisingly, that was not the case. The pandemic has not brought the world closer. More broadly, borders go up, nationalism and protectionism rise, and the generally free movement of people become less free. International and regional cooperation has not become easier, and in many cases, many states have developed a greater sense of distrust towards certain others. Fanaticism and dogmas have become more commonplace, and in many cases, to say even a good thing about the other side is a political taboo. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the kind of world we are living right now. It happens in almost every part of our daily life. Investment, the global investment climate, and their business practices are no exception. Geopolitics influence the flow of capital and factors of production, changing the way supply chains flow and interact. That is why the session or panel 3 later this afternoon that discuss the global value chains issues will be very interesting to watch. I believe that geopolitics have played one of a significant role in the movement of production factors among countries. Ladies and gentlemen, I remember on the sidelines of the recent IMF and World Bank spring meeting in Washington last spring, the issues of resiliency of global value chains catch a lot of attention, more than the issue of efficiencies or robustness. It was widely discussed that there is now a trend that most countries prefer to apply vertical integration, rearranging their supply chains to a more inward-looking manner. This situation reminds us one aspect of the game theory. For those of you who are economists, is familiar with this game theory, with one aspect of that, the so-called the prisoner dilemma, where people is only interested in their self-interest. We are seeing, and we will discuss, a nearshoring trend. I mean, like American seems like they are tired to source electronics and perhaps just even yoga pants from a place far away as Vietnam. Germany and Europe suffer shortage in energy as a result of too dependence to Russian sources. Japan and other East Asian countries also just realized that even for masks, ventilators, and other simple health necessities, they are too dependent to other countries, leaving their domestic situation vulnerable. Indonesia, my country, is no exception. That's why we want to further invite a more value-additive investment leveraging on our natural resource endowment. And together with countries like Vietnam and Thailand, we have welcomed relocated production from China and have enjoyed the benefit of doing so. By offering sound and competitive policy environment, countries like this will continue to reap the benefit of any trade tension and the further rearrangement of global value chains as a result of the geopolitics taking place. Ladies and gentlemen, if I may conclude, in this important forum, it is imperative for us to discuss what to do next. What are strategies that can help international investment decision-making process move forward? That's clearly a billion-dollar question, and nobody pretend to have all the answer. Even in Indonesia position as a presidency of G20 this year, that will be a three-quarter of global GDP's question. But one thing is certain, that we need peace more than ever. We can't move forward with building resilient global value chains or robust investment climate without it. We also observe that the appetite of investor towards risk is low nowadays. They want to play safe. They ask and request more information and documentation. Previously, they asked, why should I invest in your country? Now they ask, why invest in your country and not in others? There's some elements of competitions and uneasiness in the mind of the investors. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is all that I can share today. Enjoy the rest of the conference. Thank you so much.